Who's in fucking charge? Is that what you said? Yeah.
Whores.
Okay, episode 75. Not Dungeons and Dragons. This is a talk show.
You're a talk show.
Indeed!
John Seigan died.
What?
Yeah, Chris Cornell died.
Whoever the fuck that is.
John Seigan was a voice actor.
Let's see.
He was in the Metal Gear series and some Pixar films and some other shit. No, nobody cares. He's dead.
Yeah. Chris Cornell died. That was sad.
It's not sad at all.
It is sad.
Why is it sad?
Because he was fantastic.
Why?
Yeah, he was.
What do you mean? Without him, I know everybody gives credit to motherfucking fuckheads for
Nirvana?
grunge, dude.
Nirvana. And they're overrated, yes.
But Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, and Alice in Chains were just as influential as any of them. And now we have lost three of the four great grunge bands' lead singers. That's sad. That's all I'm
Welcome
saying.
to the Three
It's sad.
Cynics Music Podcast.
I don't care. It's not sad at all. I don't know them.
Yeah, but he was an influential human being, and you're a terrible
Empathizer. No, empathizer.
Yeah, you're bad at
go
the
with that.
empathy. Now,
I
are
am
we
bad at
prepared?
everything. We've discussed this 100 times.
Are we prepared for me to start my recording?
Yeah,
are,
sure. I didn't give a shit when other people died either. Like actual influential people. Like, I don't know. Name someone.
Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, I don't care about him.
No, not Nelson Mandela. God,
He was an influential person. What the fuck are you talking about?
don't talk over my motherfucking intro. I wrote this
You're
on my
talk
own
over.
guitar.
I don't think you wrote it on your guitar.
Welcome, everyone, to a Three Cynics podcast. I'm Clay, your host and MC. I'm joined tonight by your favorite conspiracist, a man without a home, without reason to think someone's after him, Mark Jr.
Yes, sir. That's the best part of not having a home.
And the saltiest crab on the seafloor, a man who takes his enemies apart on the battlefields of World War I with glee and persecutorial language. I overwrote the fuck out of that. It's Nathan!
Cassidy. Hi, guys.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
our private millennial force, a young man who lives his life without the limits imposed by libtard feminist SJWs, Sebastian.
Howdy. Half of those. Who the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. This podcast brought to you by Spring Flowers, the refreshing scent of cut grass, and our bonus this week, pink pine cones, which I have growing in my backyard on a tree. They're awesome. They're like, well, they're more magenta, but pink. Never mind. Alliteration. Enjoy this footage of my online adventures with Helldivers while we talk about the emptiest podcast ever you'll hear. No, actually, it can't be, because if that's true, I'm just not going to publish it. Right, guys?
Yep.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. So, Nate.
Here, hold on.
You-
I found news.
Well, wait a minute. We missed you last week, so
Okay.
you get to go first. Tell us all about the things that happened.
So, I'm a diabetic, and I got the pneumonias. So,
Mm.
my doctor freaked out, and the ER doctor freaked out. So, that was fun, and I spent a night in the hospital. That was cool.
Oh, how come you don't call a brother? How come
'Cause
I
I
have
don't-
to
I don't
find
like-
out like third hand?
Because I don't like talking on the phone. It's annoying, and I avoid it at all costs.
You could just send me a text that says "in hospital, worry, bitch."
Why worry? I'm not going to die.
But hold on. You don't know that.
I do know that. It's cool.
No, you don't.
And if
know
I do
that.
die, Betsy will call you guys. It's all right.
Okay.
It's whatever.
I don't.
Thanks, Nate.
I mean, I would appreciate the phone call, but that would just.
What good is worrying going to do for you? See, you guys got to get over it. It
I
is
know.
what it is.
Okay, forget you then, Sebastian. What's news?
Move on. I got arthritis in the hip too.
Of course you do, Sebastian. What's up?
Well, nothing much has happened since last week. Although I did find out today that I cleaned up house in the solos for my men's choir that I'm in. I got all of them.
Of course you did.
Did you say you cleaned up house instead of you cleaned house?
Yeah.
Sure.
A little turn of phrase. He's
All right,
trying to
I'm-
add to it, Nathan. Just
All right, make it your own. I got you.
Yep. He's
But
constructing it.
I got all the solos. We're singing Danny Boy, and my music teacher was originally going to split it into like four different solos, and then she just gave them all to me.
Now, to be fair,
calling.
Yeah.
to be fair, when you run around headbutting the competition, it's fucked up.
Taking
They can't sing
motherfuckers
without
out.
teeth. They can't sing
Yep.
without teeth. It's hard.
Yep. Show no mercy. That's awesome.
I don't blame you there. Don't show mercy, Sebastian.
Congratulations from everyone to
Yep,
Sebastian. That's awesome. All right, Mark Jr. Wild news from the wild yonders of Erie.
Nothing.
Lies.
Well,
Lies.
you got
Lies.
lame.
He's
But
as bad as
okay,
I am. Hey, he says nothing
hold on.
every single time, then
But I
speaks
didn't-
for like 4 minutes.
I didn't do anything though. I went to work every day. That's fun always because who doesn't mind work except everybody. I retiled your grandma's bathroom.
Retile
Well,
mama's back.
elaborate. What kind of tile did you use? How awesome was it when you were finished?
First off, your grandpa, God rest his soul, if you believe in God, is a horrible carpenter.
But,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah. Like he poured a base in the bottom of the shower and then just stuck the tile to it.
Done.
So
I don't see the problem.
Yeah, of course you don't see the problem, other than the fact that he rebarred the concrete to the floor, and it's absolutely I couldn't move it. With the chipping hammer, I couldn't get it up, Clay.
Done.
So-
It's done. That's all that matters.
So I bought Durarock. Well, I didn't really. I made Dixie buy Durarock, and I Durarocked the floor, and I tiled over it with 6-inch porcelain tile. And the
All right.
ugliest damn grout color you ever saw in your whole life, and makes you want to just be like, I don't even want to do it.
Hold on.
But
I
I
want to
did
take a guess. Is it Brorange?
Pretty close.
Yes!
Pretty close, dude. It is the ugliest fucking grout. I was like, I looked at her like, that's the grout you want to use? She was like, yeah. I'm like, okay. I don't even want to put my name on it. Like, I did the tile, but not the grout.
It's not your house. Who cares?
But it's got my name on it, Nate. And when people go downstairs, you can be like, oh, that tile looks good. You can be like, that grout's ugly as balls. So I'll claim the tile, and I didn't do the grout. I don't know who did it. It was magical. It just, like, filtered in there.
It was probably Rob. Rob did it.
There you go. Rob did it. Rob
Rude.
wouldn't lay a tile to save his life. Rob wouldn't lay a tile. But other than that, I didn't do shit, dude. That's it. Went to work.
Okay. Well, let's see. That sounded like an adventure to me. News with Clay. I played the hell out of Helldivers for the last 2 weeks since Nate introduced us to it. And I think I'm level 20. I got mechs, and I got like photon turrets and all sorts of crap. Like I could set up my loadout so I can call down like 12 turrets. It's amazing. I got super orbital strikes that just go on forever. You guys missed out.
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
Come on, add some color to this. Damn. Anyway,
You
Nate,
added all the color. We needed
Nate-
to add some black and white.
I guess. Why didn't you play the Helldivers this week?
I didn't play nothing this week, bro.
Well, he was in the hospital.
No, that was like the week before or some crap.
Yeah, that was last Tuesday. And as I told you, that situation that happened at work, so I've been there on my days off, and I had to go into work on my day off today and deal with some
Just lovely
reappropriation
people.
issues.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh.
it's cool. It's cool. I played a lot of Lawbreakers today, and the times that I wasn't working on my day off. That shit is fucking crazy. It's a by
yeah.
the numbers chaos.
I meant to mention that. I played part of a match. Well, I played a custom match to get used to it because I didn't want to watch tutorial videos. Not a fan of just the general mechanics. Then I played part of one multiplayer match, and yeah, I might as well have been playing Upside Down.
It's a by the numbers Overwatch clone that is chaotic as shit.
Yeah.
No gun feels powerful unless it's hitting you.
yeah.
And-
yeah.
Like I'm sitting there, and the only character I'm good with is the rocket launcher one. So I mean, I played for like 3 or 4 hours today total.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, I'm hitting this dude like right in the face with a rocket launcher, and I'm at full health, and he stabs me once, and I die. And I'm sure there's other shit going on because there's like 9 fucking other million people, and they all just hit me at the same time or something. But it's fucking chaos, dude. Like it's not enjoyable. Like there is a a quicker death time than in Titanfall 2. It's ridiculous. I don't think the game's going to get any traction. It is. I mean, I'll keep playing it while the beta's open to see if something opens up in my mind, and I'm like, oh shit, this is actually good. But it won't be. It's just, it's not like a bad game. It's just not my style. Like my first person shooters, they don't have to be slow, but they got to be slowed down a little bit.
Well,
Like
yeah,
Call of Duty, Battlefield, in that range, in between those two is fine. But anything faster than Call of Duty, and I'm like, calm down. Let's bring this down a notch. I need time to actually think and see.
And plus, any Overwatch clone ever is not going to do well while Overwatch is popular.
The big problem I found in my few minutes with Lawbreakers is the verticality. How to compensate for it and use it against my enemies completely escapes me. So, and with people just floating around the map, and I'm trying to use a rocket gun lady like you, but I'm bad at aiming, which is why I'm using the rocket gun. But if a person is above me, I have to be good at aiming, and that's bad news for Clay. I'm going to be terrible at it. I think we're going to end up playing some motherfucking Helldivers for the post-show game. But
and it's like, it claims to be like an anti-gravity thing, is what it is. That's like its whole gimmick, is on top of being an Overwatch clone, which it's not an exact clone. I'll give them credit for that. They differentiated themselves enough. But it's like one section of each map has anti-gravity. And when I'm in that section, because it's generally like the centralized point where you're supposed to get the point or where you're supposed to get the flag or whatever their version of it is. And when I'm in that area, I'm just fucking awful. It's fucking terrible. I die to everything. And when I'm not in that point, I'm okay. Like, I'm all right. I can cut some bitches and I can shoot some bitches with rocket launcher. It's all right. But when I'm in that area, I'm just fucking dead.
damn.
So what my tactic has been to go through that area onto their side and shoot them from behind. Not that it's worked, mind you, but it's been my tactic.
I didn't have time to discover a tactic. Sebastian, you didn't even play a moment of it, did you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, well. I don't... well...
It'll hit a
try
niche, but not for long. Like, it's too similar to Overwatch that it won't find grip in the market. And it doesn't differentiate itself. Its gimmick is not strong enough to make it its own game.
I forgot to pee before the podcast. Be right back.
Okay. I thought for sure that it was going to be like all fast-paced, nothing but fast-paced. So I was mentally geared up for super fast-paced because
Kind of like Quake or something like that.
Yeah, it touted anti-gravity and stuff, so I figured that every character was just going to be fast as shit.
Just run around shooting.
Yeah, but then there's like one area of anti-gravity, basically, and you get bounced around so much from getting shot by the lidless bullet in anti-gravity, it's fucking retarded, and it's almost impossible to compensate. And I mean, I guess some people are good at it because there were dudes in my match who were like 15-0, and I'm like 1-7. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna switch classes for the 14th time this game. So, I don't know. The shotgun feels so underpowered. Like, that's a mistake a lot of games make, is they make like a one-hit kill shotgun or a two-hit kill shotgun is okay sometimes, but it's like a 12-hit kill shotgun. Like, you have to reload against the healer.
Well, all right.
So,
I couldn't. I did play the
makers
healer for a minute. Did you figure out how it worked? Because I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, it's kind of like you set a probe on the person, and then it gives them like temporary health more than healing, basically.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm not impressed, and I was hoping to be impressed because from the look of it looked really cool. So, I mean, I'm not disappointed because no first-person shooter is going to gain any traction as long as Overwatch is popular. So
Yeah, it's gonna have to fade.
it's just going to save me some money in the long run, I guess. So thanks, Lawbreakers.
All right, since we don't have any, what the majority of us consider viable topics, I had an idea. As like this is like episode 75, we're supposed to be like celebrating and stuff, and
Did
we
you
haven't.
not want to talk about the fact that the Hearthstone playoffs will be held in the Buffalo Wild Wings?
That's.
No.
I mean,
In America?
that is a story. I
The
don't think they
American
have-
playoffs?
I don't know. I didn't read the article, Sebastian. I don't actually care.
Here's what I was thinking. We never tell anybody really anything about us except for slips here and there and the weekly update, and it's boring. So I thought, Sebastian, we go round. Sebastian, what was your first job, and why do you no longer have it?
My first job was McDonald's.
His head was too big to fit through the door.
Very close, very close. But no, I stopped working there because, well, they kept screwing me over with my schedule. I told them I was very busy at the time. It was during the prime of the acting season. I told them I can only work Saturdays. I can't work Sundays. and they were like, okay. And they kept scheduling me for Sundays, and I kept having to call out because I was at rehearsal all day Sunday, every Sunday. And so eventually, I guess I must have forgotten to call out, which I'm pretty sure I didn't. The manager didn't tell the general manager that I was calling out, and so they're like, we have to suspend you for a week because you weren't coming to work. And I was like, okay, thanks. And I kind of just didn't, and I just kind of stopped working.
As a man who hires and fires people for a living, I'd have fired your ass a long time ago. Before there was a chance to say I call out every Sunday, your ass would be gone.
Well, I couldn't work Sundays.
Yeah, and
I
you
never
kept telling
hired
them
you
the
in the first
schedule.
place, mind you. I never would have hired you in the first place if you didn't have open availability.
I feel you on all of the above, but you don't get to dictate to the person who pays you.
Well,
See what I'm saying? You feel me?
get to until he fires you. And
I mean, fair.
you're supposed to
And
have a
that-
flexible schedule at McDonald's, and they couldn't handle Sebastian's schedule, therefore they had to part ways.
Right. But
It was kind of crappy
yeah,
because
but you're dictating to them. That you ain't Stalin, bitch. You don't get to dictate to them. They
Mao Zedong.
dictate to you.
I was all right. I got the job in the summer when I was available all the time. I was working like 39 hours a week, and then school hit. I work less. I could only work weekends because my parents didn't want me, or my mom didn't want me to work on school nights. And then acting season came around, and well, acting is my priority. So I put that ahead of
You were going to be a homeless 29-year-old, bro.
No, he won't. His mom will never get rid of him, mommy.
Hell no, I love my boy. He can live with me forever so long as he pays rent. All right.
Even if he
Next,
doesn't. Don't worry,
next
Sebastian.
up, Nate, what was your first job, and why do you no longer have it?
I don't remember.
Was it
Was
Arby's?
it Arby's or was it Johnny? It was probably
No.
Arby's.
It was probably Arby's, because you could
Or
work
are we
for-
counting this old house?
What?
Because I think we all worked at this old house.
I mean, we did work at Mom's house.
No, the Chinese place or the Vietnamese place
Yeah.
or whatever,
No.
right beside Fantasy Escape Comics and Cards.
Sushi place right there,
Yeah.
Aragona.
You don't remember
It's still
fucking
there.
Mr. Lee? Mr. Lee.
This old house. I stopped in and talked to him when I was in town last month or 2
And
months
he,
ago.
Wait a minute.
He hired basically every kid in the neighborhood at one point or another, and then just randomly decided when he didn't want to pay you, he wasn't going to pay you.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
So if we're counting under the table, that was my first job, and I stopped going because he didn't pay me.
all right. Okay, so let's not count that one. What's the next one?
Probably Arby's, and I worked at Arby's for like 3 years, and they promoted my buddy Phil over me, even though he's simple. And so I made the manager cry a couple times, and then I got fired.
Okay.
What did you do?
Yeah, why did you make them cry?
Nate has the ability to cut you in half with his words a lot like Uncle Mark does.
Well, tell me all
So-
about it.
And you're talking to me like it was yesterday, bro. I don't remember what I ate for lunch yesterday. So I'm sure I said something that cut right to her core, and she cried about it. And then she was like, well, you're stealing, which was true, but she couldn't prove it.
Wait, what?
It was true, but you
Perfect.
can't prove that, bitch.
I was young and dumb. What do you want me to do? I grew up. Sorry about
Yeah.
it. I was a shithead when I was younger.
It's all
My
good.
bad.
Every kid has stolen. I don't care who you are.
I've never
all
stolen in my
good.
life.
Yes,
You
you have.
steal from me every day by not paying your rent.
I'm still in high school, thank you very much.
I
You
am
grown
sure,
man,
Sebastian,
motherfucker.
that at one point in your life, whether you know it or not, you have taken something. Everybody has. It's a fact of life.
Yeah, it's totally cool. All right, that wasn't bad. If you come up with anything more, let me know. We'll move on to Mark
Didn't ask
Jr.
for Mark. Okay, I was about to say.
Well, my first job was like Nate. It was at this old house. I just
What's
stopped.
the
I just
awesomest
stopped
thing
going.
that ever happened at Awesomest House or whatever?
No, my favorite one is Arby's, and it's like my third job.
Okay.
All right, now Nate may remember. Remember Jerry? Nate, you remember
Yeah,
Jerry?
I remember Jerry.
The little short black dude.
Mm-hmm.
He was actually a pretty cool boss. But anyways, I wanted a smoke break, and that motherfucker was like, "You can't have no smoke break because you not grown." And I was like, "Fuck you! You don't get to tell me I'm grown." I was 17, so you don't get to tell me I'm fucking grown or not, bitch. And then my boy drove up in the drive-through and said, "You want to smoke this blunt?" And I looked right at Jerry, looked back at my boy, took off my shirt, threw it at him, and climbed out the drive-through window.
That sounds right. Did you work with Unique? Did you ever?
Yep.
Were you there when Unique
Yep.
was there?
I was
That
there
motherfucker called Michelle something or other, girl I had a crush on, and was like this 35-year-old black man from the ghetto is just calling this 16-year-old white girl to explain why she should date me. It's very weird.
Unique is also that dude that's going to be 65 as a black dude, and you can't understand what he's saying.
Yeah, absolutely. But he talked to her for like 25 minutes on the phone before Philip was like, "Oh yeah, he's talking to Michelle," and I was like, "Who the fuck? How the fuck? What?" It was very weird. It was a very weird situation. That place was crazy. I remember one time I had a guy throw a fucking beverage back through the window.
I was about to say, don't say a Jamocha shake because that's what shit happened to me.
No, it was a water. He got a water, and then he threw it back in the window. Like that was his whole purpose of coming to the drive-thru. I guess he just felt like fucking with the kid who worked at the drive-thru. Oh. And I hopped the counter as he drove off, and that motherfucker fucking popped the curb and fucking had a flat, and then got out of his car and ran because me and like 3 other dudes from Arby's was running after him.
Nice.
Fun
Young and dumb,
Arby's.
bro. Young and dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I have fun stories from McDonald's too.
How can you have fun stories from McDonald's? You didn't work ever. You work like one day a week and shit.
I worked there for like 7 months, and for the first 4 months, it was like almost full time.
Sebastian,
Okay.
I'm just giving you a hard time, Sebastian.
You
Shut
suck
up,
my
bitch.
balls.
No, all right, what's the story? Tell us.
Well, one of my coworkers, so he got fired, and the reason was he worked night shift only. He was a closer, and when you're done with your shift, you're allowed to have a crew meal. And so he made himself some food, and he made himself some food early and put it in the microwave, because it was like burritos or something like that. And when he left, he forgot his food in the microwave. Now, when the people came back the next morning, when the GM came in and found the burritos in the microwave, he like flipped out or something like that, and he called this guy to his office, and his name is Justin, by the way. And Justin kind of just flipped the GM off and strolled out. Because this GM was firing him for leaving the food in the microwave.
Okay, Sebastian, I'm just throwing it out here. Okay, I'm just throwing it out here. All right, You're the worst storyteller ever.
Yeah, you have not been blessed with the Fullerton ability to tell stories, bro.
You can't stop and say
Well, it's because you hear his thoughts are scattered. He started at the end, then went to the middle, then to the beginning, and back to the middle, then the end.
Back to the end.
You told the story
He did.
both ways. You got to start from the beginning and go to the end, and I think you'll get much better stories out of it. All right, what's the next McDonald's story from the beginning?
God,
Don't be Quentin Tarantino, bro.
I have to think.
Okay. I don't remember my first job. I have no idea what it was, so don't even look at me.
I can come up with like 15 stories. Do you guys remember when that dude came in and got pissy at Arby's because his Arby's melter was cold or whatever, and then he was like getting pissy as shit, and then he threw the Arby melt and hit Mikkel in the face with it?
I do remember that.
That was good times.
Yeah, Mikkel would get Mikkel drunk. He'll tell you that story so quick.
Mm-hmm. Mikkel flipped the fuck out, dude.
So Mikkel has a temper. So
Yeah,
I don't know
flipped
about
the
that.
fuck
Shit,
out.
it's been 12 years since I even seen that motherfucker. But
Yeah, he was a waste of existence. Yeah.
Oh, rude.
Yep. I once told him to his face he was a waste of oxygen, so it's cool. It's nothing I haven't said to him before.
Oh, well, that's because you're mean and rude. Not nice.
Oh,
Okay.
I do have a good story.
All right,
And
from
it's
the
from the
beginning.
drive-through.
All right.
So I was working the late shift, probably until like 11 o'clock, but it was during dinner rush. And this lady came in, this lady and her husband came in, and they had ordered the food, and we gave them their food. And we gave them her shake that she ordered with it, and she was like, this is the wrong size shake. And there was a huge line of people, so we weren't trying to argue with her. So we gave her the bigger size shake, and then she was like, oh, and I didn't get my small fry. And we were like, are you sure? Because we put it in the bag. And she was like, don't question me. We were like,
Damn.
okay. Can we see the bag so we can put the fries in there? And she's like, no. And I looked at my manager and I was like, what do I do? And he was like,
Just give her the fucking fries,
yeah.
bro.
And he was like, just give her the fries.
Yeah,
and-
why are you arguing? Relax.
And the best part about this is that even her husband didn't believe her. Okay, he was like, let's just go. And she was like, no, I want my small fries. And he was like, I'm so sorry. It was so funny.
Aw, maybe she was demented. Was she old?
No,
No? Oh.
Oh.
Well, there goes my
she
story.
was crazy.
Okay, well, maybe she was just crazy. That's cool. And Uncle Nate's right. In the quick food, or basically in the food market, you just give them that thing, especially if it's small
Yeah,
thing.
just
give it
give
to
it to them. They'll
The
move
sooner
on.
they go away, the sooner you can get on with your life and make more money.
Yeah, you can be more productive. It's cool.
Yeah. So, wow, neat. But I mean, I guess if you didn't know or something, I don't know. Mark Jr.,
Oh.
you got a Game of Smarts challenge for us?
Hold on.
Okay,
Before we
okay,
start
okay.
that, I have a great story from where I work now.
So far, none of them have been very good.
That's
this
right from
one-
the
this
beginning.
one-
No, he's
let
building
me
up to
tell
it.
Okay, so I work in a kitchen at this local. It's a bar restaurant that only works for venues. So it's just a place for bands to come in, and the kitchen just makes like bar food and things like that. So last Tuesday I was working, and this famous reggae band was playing. I don't listen to
No
reggae,
such
so I didn't
thing.
know
Go
who they
on.
were. Shut up. And we were chilling outside because we hadn't gotten an order in like an hour, and we were chilling outside, and this old lady was talking
Why
to
weren't
the
you
drummer.
cleaning, bro?
What?
Stop
don't judge
interrupting
me.
his story. You can ask him all these questions afterward. Damn. Go on. All right, you're hanging outside. Here
Anyway.
comes an old lady.
I was hanging outside with me and my kitchen manager, and this old lady is like talking to the drummer of the reggae band, and the guy's like old. He's obviously like 60s or something like that, and one of the security guys was obviously trying to get her away from him. So what she was talking about is she didn't get her ticket on time because we had sold out. We had in pre-sales, so she was like, please just put me on your guest list. And the drummer had no idea who this lady was. She was this old crazy lady. She was yelling at him and things like that. It was funny. So she gets taken away. She gets like removed from the situation, and then she goes back to the front to yell at the owner of the place I work at. And so we're chilling, me, the drummer, and my kitchen manager, and we're talking. And the guy was very, very heavy Jamaican or something like that. Like so thick of an accent, I barely could understand what he was saying. And he was smoking a joint, and he was like, "You want a hit of this?" And I was like, "Yes, I do." And I got to cross off smoking with a Jamaican guy on my list.
Clay,
My
where's my
bucket list.
fucking sound bite? Where the fuck is my sound bite?
Hold on. Let me give it to you. Bam. Right there. That was an amazing story. I'm so proud of you. It was. Wait a minute. No.
Nobody
It
got
was
a pie
still.
thrown in their face.
It was still better than the first, and the second was better than the first. So overall, an improvement, son. Here, Uncle.
Right,
This is
but,
what Uncle Nate really means to say.
But a D is still a D.
I mean, it's totally cool. I'm proud of him anyway. You guys are rude. All right, now how about a Game of Smarts challenge?
He's
What-
your
we
son,
can
you
do
have to
this.
have
God,
a-
shit.
What?
Yeah, don't lump me in with him being grumpy.
Oh, I didn't do anything. I don't know what you mean.
You weed all over this bitch.
He peed on it?
Why am I
No.
so lost? No, not that.
You
All right,
falsely
Gaming Smarts
inflating your
challenge.
child's ego is a different tactic than I use, and Mark doesn't want you lumping it in with my grumpiness.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. I'm trying
Damn.
to figure something out. Leave me alone.
And my soundbite is, what the fuck is your definition of somebody who has done drugs? Because now Sebastian fits in that definition.
Sebastian.
I don't think he does.
Perfect.
I mean,
Are we still counting marijuana as drugs?
No, not
That's a good
really, but he
point.
takes antidepressants and shit. Maybe not anymore, but he used to. So, or anti-anxiety, or whatever.
Yeah, one of those things.
okay.
Well, I don't know. I'm not
Dang.
trying to get into medical history here.
All
Well,
right,
how
I
come you
gotta-
didn't call me and tell me that?
Why didn't I tell you who what? I'm not listening. I'm
Exactly.
trying to get everything
dad doesn't
correct
pay
on the
attention.
fly.
I'm pretty sure you didn't realize I was taking medicine until like a couple months after I was taking it.
You don't know how I feel. All right, what's our gaming
You've
smarts
never-
challenge?
You've never even
You
been
don't
to the
need that
doctors with
shit anyways.
What are you talking about?
nothing. Go ahead, Uncle.
Son, silly as shit.
I know. It's cool.
Okay. The title: Great Inventions Throughout History.
Okay.
The cotton gin.
It was a great invention. It's not on the list.
Oh. I guess I lose. Shit.
Okay, so who won last week? Dad, he's not here, so we'll go with Nate because he was missing.
Sure.
Sure. I'm sweating balls.
Okay,
I'm
Nate.
in there.
When was the printing press invented and mass-produced?
1815.
Well, dude, hold on. It's multiple choice. Hold on, okay? A, 1439, B, 1432, or C, 1392.
Clearly, me telling you 1815 was me telling you I don't fucking know. It had
But it's
something
guessing.
to do with some stuff. So
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it enabled
Mm,
a revolution.
Go-
the
Go with
1300
the all of
ones.
the above.
1300 ones. Yeah, that's it.
No, it was 1493. Now, there's one bonus question for each of you. Nate, this is the only bonus question you're going to get. I don't know why I put it on the first one. If you can tell me the country that he was in when it was invented by, not by whom, but what nationality, you still get a point.
Spain. He's Spanish.
No. German.
Dang it. Fail. All right,
Did
Seabass
Germany
is up
exist
next.
In that time, I thought it was, I don't know, whatever, Prussia or something. I don't know shit.
Yeah, he was Germanic. It was Austria or Prussia or something like that. Yeah, go on.
Okay. All right, Sebastian, when was the light bulb invented? 1877, 1879, or 1883?
1877.
No, 1879.
Dang it.
What's up with that?
We're the worst, Sebastian.
Sebastian, this is your bonus question too. Clay, your bonus question is last. Damn. I don't know why I did it like that.
That's all good.
If you can tell me the person who invented it, not patented it, you can get a bonus point. Because we all know who patented it.
Nikola
Who-
Tesla.
Yep. Bam. Sebastian
Bam,
got a
point.
What?
working for Thomas Edison.
Nice.
But Thomas
He's a
Edison took all the
boss.
credit.
Point
Well,
for
no, I mean, it was his
Seabass.
company.
If Nikola Tesla was so great, he would have done something with his life.
He was crazy. Okay, you ever watched anything about Nikola Tesla? He
Man.
married birds and like he collected birds and like made them his partners and things like that. It was crazy. He ran a bird hospital in his house.
Oh.
And only for birds that he picked up off the streets.
I'm confused
Crazy
as to how
person.
you're making. Are you making an argument for him or against him right now?
I want my
Okay,
question.
both.
Clay, great inventions throughout time. When was the first vaccine first used?
Vaccine.
Now this was actually the last question. I'm just moving it up so everybody's bonus point is in the first round.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
When?
1779,
Uh-huh.
1771, or 1796.
I'm gonna go with A.
Yep, 1779.
Bold
yes, sir.
guess. I'm a rocker. All right.
Yay!
If you can tell me, I'm not going to do names because you'll never get the name in a million years.
Okay.
What nationality and or what war? I'll substitute either one of them.
That's fucked up.
For was the first one? Sorry, Nate. I'll give you another bonus question.
What?
Who was the person who did it? What nationality was he?
Or what war was it created during?
Or what? Yes, was it created during?
When was it made?
1779.
1779.
Yep.
Let's say. I'm bad for the dates. The American Revolution.
No, French Revolution.
Darn.
You had the revolution part, right?
Yeah,
1.5
see, I'm a
points.
boss. All right, Nate. Now you got to try to get a point. You got to catch up with the rest of us.
I don't have to do anything.
I mean,
Actually, you
you're
got
right.
2 points that round, didn't you, Dad?
No.
Nope. But everybody, Nate didn't get one. Y'all two got one. All right, Nate. When was the first car driven? Where? Not when. Where?
Oh,
Not
some
when.
very different questions, Mark.
Yes, very. Germany, London, or New York City?
London.
Nope. Germany.
Fucking Germans, dude. I
Germany's
underestimate
not.
Germans.
Germany's not a city.
It's
I
true.
said, where was the first car driven?
I know,
I'd
and
say
then
that
you
it's-
named one country and two cities.
And then yeah. So, and your point is,
Next
Would you have
question.
would that have changed your guess, Nate?
Totally,
Unit.
yeah, all over the place. Mm-hmm.
Don't question my shit, Clay. Don't
No,
question
it's all
my
good.
shit. All right, Sebastian.
Yes.
Where was the first pencil used, as in modern pencil? Okay, they're all countries, Clay.
In someone's butt.
Ooh.
England, Scotland, or Ireland?
England.
Wrong, Scotland.
Dang it.
Dang, well, this is a terrible, bad. We're good, the horrible guessers.
Was Scotland England's property at the time?
It's still England's property. It's actually technically the United Kingdom's property.
I'm well aware of that, but was it at the time? And it's
Just
still
trying to
England.
find
Sebastian's still
technicalities.
right.
When do I get my fucking question?
Right now, bitch. Damn. What was the first country to develop the compass? China, Mongolia, or Japan?
Japan.
No, China.
Damn it!
939.
So you could chop
939.
Mongolia right out of there.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mongolia.
That
Shit.
stinks.
Others
All
would
right.
try to take over the world.
Nate, how many questions you
Nate.
got?
I got 12
Oh,
and a bonus.
Damn. All right, go.
All right, Nate. When was the first when was the first female birth control mass produced?
Germany.
19. No, when? When? 1938, 1928, or 1919?
People love to fuck. But I'm gonna go 1938.
Bam! Ding, 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 motherfucker.
Oh,
The
yeah.
church is the worst, you know.
I wasn't even paying attention. I haven't been using the sound effects at all.
I was gonna say, I don't think you've done that once, Clay.
Yeah.
He hasn't done that once. He's horrible. Or gave me
Yeah.
nothing. All right, Sebastian. Who was the first people to build a seaworthy vessel? Note, seaworthy is in quotations.
Okay.
Does he get options or does he have to guess?
Now, fuck him. He gets to guess. All right, the Greeks, the Egyptians, or the Phoenicians?
The Phoenicians?
No, bitch. It was Egypt.
Dude, I don't even know. I just guessed whatever one sounded the strangest.
Perfect. Perfect.
That was actually technically on there to throw off Clay or Nate because of hardcore history.
Ah,
Yeah,
good
they
call.
were the best.
Nice red herring.
They were good
They
for
were
a
the
long
best. They were the best, but Egypt was. And by what I mean by seaworthy is they only went into the Mediterranean, and even when they did, they sunk constantly.
Ah.
That sounds great.
What? That's what it
I'm
was.
signing up right now.
All right, Clay.
Yeah.
This one, yeah. All right. When was the first true alphabet put together, i.e., consonants and vowels?
Okay.
1100 BC, 1050 BC, or 923 BC? BCE. Fuck that BC. BCE.
Charlie. C.
Correct.
Yes!
Put together by the Mesopotamians.
I didn't even remember which number it was. I'm just throwing letters out there.
It was the old founded. So that's
I
my
don't
bad.
know.
I see 2s in there, huh? All right. What's the score, Clay? Because we got 3 questions left.
Seabass has 1, Clay has 2, and Nate has 1.
God damn. Maybe I shouldn't have done great inventions of history.
No,
All
it's
right.
perfect. It's perfect. You just haven't gotten off with the Anschlusserhausen joke. So, I don't know. Go on.
I don't even know what's going on anymore. It's evolved into chaos.
All right, Nate. When was the first microscope invented? 1542, 1567, or 1593?
1567.
Yep.
Nailed it.
Ding.
I knew that right from the start.
2 points for Nate.
Can you tell me who did it?
No, Isaac Newton.
Mm-mm. Some French dude. I can't pronounce his fucking name. I wrote it down, and I'm sure I didn't even spell that right, even though I probably copied it.
Napoleon. It was Napoleon.
Yeah, seeing
He
something.
went back in time and
Yeah,
invented the
that's
microscope.
insane.
Mhm.
All right, Sebastian.
Yes.
What year was petroleum first discovered?
Mm.
1855, 1856, or 1863?
1855.
Wrong, bitch. 56.
Ah!
So the score for the last question. Seabass, you have lost with 1 point. I have 2, and Nate has 3. If I get 2 points on this one, I am the winner.
All right, Clay. When was DNA first discovered? 1941, 1953, or 1979?
53.
Ding, 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 motherfucker.
Yeah, that's the winner. Bam! I've heard that story so many times. I have no idea how they modeled it because you don't have a microscope that can go down to that level. No idea how they figured it out. I'm sure
They
it was like
figured it out.
mathematical or
Helix
something.
and everything. Yeah, I'm sure it was, Clay. I'm sure it was.
Bam!
I would like to put a post game disclaimer up
I am the
to
winner.
inform our fans that we are not as dumb as the Gaming Smarts Challenge makes us sound.
I second that.
All of us
Perfect.
actually know much stuff.
Much stuff. And many, yes, many do. Okay.
Many things.
Oh,
that
and
is-
bonus question. Who
Oh,
created the
shit.
first mobile phone?
Motorola.
You son of a bitch.
Nokia.
It was Motorola.
I knew
Jesus.
that. I'm the winner.
Dick.
That was awesome.
I thought-
Nice
I
challenge.
thought you might be looking for a person's name. I was gonna be like, I don't know.
No. No, I didn't even write his name down. I mean,
Someone Asian.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it was
How
a
much time do we have left?
sure it was a team.
What's up?
How much time do we have left?
We got all
All the
night,
time.
bro.
I mean, I'm sweating balls.
How much time do we need to fill? Like 15 minutes.
All right. What do you guys want to talk about? I have plenty of sports stuff to talk about. If you guys are down.
Whichever one Nate yelled loudest about during the pre-show, let's talk about that one.
He's not going to talk about the Penguins.
They played
No.
like shit, and I'm over it for today. Can we talk about how dumb it would be for the Celtics not to trade the #1 pick for Jimmy Butler?
Okay, first,
Ooh.
you're gonna have to explain to me and everyone who knows nothing what's with the Celtics this year and who is Jerry Butler.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy. And he's
Um,
he's a Chicago Bull, and he's a hell of a basketball player.
Due to the trade between the Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets, the Celtics, who are in the Eastern Conference Finals, about to get their asses whipped by LeBron and company, have the #1 pick in the draft. So theoretically, the third or fourth best team in the league currently has the #1 pick. And there's all kinds of names being floated out as to whether or not they should draft Fultz or if they should trade for Butler or Paul George or Porzingis. And they should do any of those three rather than draft Fultz. Any of them.
I agree.
Porzingis ain't going anywhere.
I don't think so as well.
What's his name? Phil Jackson is going to just drag him down to the ether with his awful GMingness. Paul George, I feel, would be more than available for the right price. Jimmy Butler, I think it would take more than just the number one pick to pry him away from the Bulls, but he would be the best of the three to pair up with Isaiah. Because Jimmy Butler actually knows how to play defense, and Isaiah Thomas does not.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that, but then again, I don't know what it's going to take for the Bulls to give up Jimmy Butler, because as of right now, Dwayne Wade is old, and after Jimmy Butler, like, they have who? Rajon Rondo.
No, they're going to rebuild. The Bulls have to rebuild. They have to. Wade is old. They never should have signed him. He should be coming off the bench. Rajon Rondo is garbage, human garbage. Never been a fan of his.
I don't know. He was the deciding factor in that series versus the Celtics. The Bulls were terrible without him on the floor.
Yeah, he's also awful all year round, every year, except for fucking in the playoffs for one fucking series. He's not been good, in my opinion, ever, because he can't shoot, and you have to be able to shoot. You have to be able to fucking.
When he was with the Celtics, I think he was a great player, and if he got on the right system and right teammates, he could be, because he can distribute and he can play defense. Man just can't score. And when you got KG to dish it to, Paul Pierce to dish it to, and Ray Allen to dish it to, you do just fine. But you just can't take over a game.
Yeah, but you could legit have your defender standing 15 feet off of him and not have a worry.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
What's the point in that? Just double team somebody else. Collapse when he tries to drive. But I'm not a fan of Rondo. So the Bulls should absolutely. I don't think they should trade Jimmy Butler, but they should absolutely rebuild. I mean, Jimmy Butler's legit top 5, top 8 in the league.
Oh.
Did you enjoy that lightning thunder sound?
Is it lightning and thundering?
It is. It's pretty harsh.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Also, do you think? Let's say the Celtics keep the number one pick. Let's say they keep the number one pick. Do you think they'll try and draft Lonzo Ball?
No. Any team that drafts him is going to be upset.
Lonzo Ball is almost guaranteed going to the Lakers, and it is going to be such a headache for Magic Johnson that he's going to regret it instantly. And Lonzo Ball's not going to translate well to the NBA.
Why do you think it's going to be a headache?
Because of his father. I mean, that's.
Oh, yeah.
Do you pay attention to sports, Sebastian?
Yeah, I do.
Why the fuck else would it be a headache? That would be the first thing I tell you as soon as I drafted you. Be like, your daddy ain't allowed here.
Yep, your dad ain't allowed within fucking 50 feet of my stadium. Or the parking lot.
First shit I told him.
And if you give him my phone number, I will come to your house and I will cut you. Yeah. His great daddy, who's talking all this shit, who averaged, 3 points a game?
No, it was like 1 point a game.
No, it was 2.1.
Yeah, 2.1 points a game. Yeah, you're great, LeVar. Calm down, you fucking idiot.
He said he could beat Michael one-on-one.
I'm aware of what he said. That just
I'm just throwing it out there because that was like the most hilarious shit I had heard in like a decade.
Was he talking about Michael Bay? He could beat Michael Bay one-on-one?
No, he said straight up he could beat Michael Jordan one-on-one to 21 without question.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Michael Jordan could beat him without his feet.
He probably could. Or maybe take away his right hand. He still beats you.
No, it'd be better if he was running around on stubs, bleeding everywhere. That'd be a more entertaining game.
He'd still ball you up.
I don't think so, bro. That looks like a bad image in my mind.
So,
I mean,
no
offense, but there are many people in this world who play basketball recreationally who could average more points in an NBA game than LeVar Ball did. So
yeah.
Then why is he so damn cocky?
Because it's getting him media attention.
And both of his sons are good college basketball players.
They're not going to be great.
Okay, I agree with that statement 100%, Nate. But you can't deny that they were good, almost borderline great college basketball players, because they were. Well, one is, and one is going to be. Just the way the game's played,
I
they
actually
translate
think-
well to the college game.
I think the brother that's about to go into college, I think will translate better into the NBA because of his size. He's a bigger, beefier. He kind of like LeBron build, but a little bit smaller. I think he'll translate better to the NBA than Lonzo does.
Can we
Although,
talk about
to-
how awful ESPN is?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm just scrolling through ESPN because I like to keep up on my sports news. And one of the articles on the side is Brady's next target, Jordan, surpassing Michael Jordan as the greatest athlete of all time. No, who compares a fucking quarterback and a basketball player?
Well,
That's
also
fucking stupid.
LeBron is better than Michael Jordan, so
Yes, we've had
Just
that
saying.
debate.
just saying.
Yeah, no reason to whisper about Sebastian. We've had this debate many times. So it is what it is, homie. LeBron physically, yes. It factor, going with Michael for now.
Here's something that none of the old heads can deal with is that the new players are better than the old players. It
They
just
all-
is what it is.
In every sport, Nate, other than
Yes.
maybe baseball. Other than maybe baseball.
No, Babe Ruth could not fucking smack a homer off the pitcher's pitching today. It just wouldn't happen. He was fat and drunk.
I mean, that's fair, Nate, but he played against Cy Young, arguably one of the greatest pitchers ever, and he crushed the shit out of Cy Young.
Different game, bro. No, it's just
it
not
is
how
a
it works.
different game.
That's why I don't say greatest of all time. I say the greatest that I've seen. Because hockey fans, Wayne Gretzky is not the greatest of all time. And if Wayne Gretzky played right now, he'd be a 40-goal scorer. And you'd be talking about him like he's Alexander Ovechkin. And instead, you're talking about the greatest of all time because he played in a completely different era when goals were scored like nothing. So it's
who's
just-
who's the greatest hockey player of all time then?
well, dude, that's not a
Nate's
fair
biased.
comparison. No, it's not.
Nate biased.
No, I
No?
won't even say Mario Lemieux. He is one. I will not give a greatest hockey player of all time. I am more prone to defense. I played defense when I played hockey, so I'm more likely to say a defenseman. But I also hate offensive defensemen, so I'm not going to say, a Chris Letang prototype. Not that Chris Letang is anywhere near the greatest defensive player of all time, but you know what I mean. That kind of player. I'm not going to. It's just like you want to say like Bobby Orr, but the players nowadays would skate circles around him. It's different. I can tell you who the greatest currently is. I can tell you who the greatest is when I started watching. It just is what it is.
So all right. So you're telling me, position to position, that the best players in the NBA right now are just simply better than the best players in say the 80s and the 90s?
I mean, yeah, more or less. Dude, we've been over this. Michael Jordan could not handle the physicality of LeBron James. Couldn't
I
happen.
agree with you.
Couldn't
But
happen.
see, I think Scottie Pippen could run with any generation ever.
I do too.
And there's those kind of players, but are you telling
that's
me that
true.
Scottie
It's the
Pippen's gonna
exception.
be? Yeah,
It's
you
the
telling me
exception,
Scottie Pippen's gonna do that? I don't. I mean, there's the exception, but it just is what it is. The players of yesteryear, Jim Brown is
The players of today, Nate, are bigger, stronger, and faster.
yes. They
Bottom
have
line.
better conditioning. They have better science, better medicine. It just is what it is, and it will always be that way. And old heads always have an issue recognizing that.
All right.
Come
On
back in
that
30
note,
years, we'll have
I gotta
the same
go
argue.
answer a maintenance call. So we're gonna wrap this up with some rapid reactions. Yes, that's what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to this one. All right, who won? I won, but I don't get one. Who was second place? Nate. Nate, in Ephrata, Pennsylvania, a man committed armed robbery in a Minecraft costume. Go.
I mean, dick move, bro.
That's all you
I
got.
saw-
Don't
was
commit
gonna
armed
say
robbery
hilarious.
ever.
I mean, yeah, you shouldn't arm robbery people, but it's hilarious you did it in a Minecraft gear.
That's
I mean,
right.
it's probably what he had laying around.
Yeah. Mark Jr., Robert Mueller, the former FBI director, was named special counsel to lead the ongoing investigation into the Trump campaign's ties to Russia. Go.
50-50. Mueller has also been hired by the NFL multiple times to do investigations into multiple things. Very thorough. Takes fucking forever and is kind of bipartisan. So I guess it's a good thing. At least there's somebody there.
Damn, he just broke it down, y'all. Sebastian, Netflix announced it will be making a series of The Witcher. Go.
That's cool. I think The Witcher could translate well into TV or movies.
Did you ever watch the Norwegian version of it?
No.
Me neither. Nate, Disney is refusing to pay hackers that are holding the next Pirates movie for Bitcoin ransom. Go.
That's hilarious. I would not pay them either. And who is still watching Pirates of the Caribbean?
Enough
Disney
people
can
that are
count
making
on
money.
selling a... Whoa, we
Are
all
people
spoke.
amped about going to it? People amped like, oh shit, new Pirates.
I mean, I don't know. I don't follow the movie scene at all.
Obviously making enough money for them to care.
Well, it
I mean,
hasn't come
obviously,
out
but
yet.
what I'm saying is, who's doing it? Who's watching the movies?
I don't know. Mark Jr., a new Battlestar Galactica game was announced for the Xbox. Go.
What kind of game is it?
How the fuck should I know? I just saw the headline. I wrote it in there.
Oh, well, what the fuck, dude? I mean, is it like a RTS? Is
I'm
it
just
a
saying, this
fucking-
was supposed to be an example of what the news was like this week and why we didn't report any of it.
Well, it's pretty lame news.
Battlestar
but
Galactica
right-
is some of the lamest news you could ever imagine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's pretty lame. But if they do it right, it could be good. But if you just do like bland shooter where you're shooting robots and shit, probably not.
Okay.
I don't know. Has
Cool.
anybody here watched Battlestar Galactica? I have.
No.
No.
So
I didn't.
no. Okay. All right.
Yep,
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
All right, thank you all very much for joining us. We really appreciate it. And if you're looking for us in a different format from what you're watching or listening to right now, you just search Three Cynics, right, guys? You can find us
All the time.
everywhere.
Right.
SoundCloud, iTunes, whatever, it doesn't matter. And if you like
Under
this,
your
It's not
bed.
iTunes anymore. It's
Do-
Apple Podcast.
correct. And do the thumbs up thing if you liked it. You could do the thumbs down thing if you didn't like it, but then you should fuck off. And do the subscribe thing. Yes, I'm gonna roll the outro. I'm kind of off my rocker a little
You
bit
talked-
here because of that call.
Talked right over my great joke. Talked right over my great joke.
I did no such thing. Whatever.
Sure did. You're a bitch.
Yeah, we'll see you all next week.
Be easy.
See you later.
All right. Bye.
What's with the pause? Why was there a pause? I don't get it. What was with
I
that,
clicked
Mark
mute
Jr.?
so y'all didn't hear the dogs bark.
Oh, that was very kind of
Also,
you.
I said they can find us under their beds. You missed my whole joke. It was great. It's hilarious.
Well, now it's part of the recording.
Okay. Well, it's still hilarious.
Bam, look under the bed. You can't get under my bed. But